Okay, hi there, Ben Brophy from the Online Video Academy here, and a very warm welcome to you. In this short video, I'm going to share with you how you can turn your computer screen into a rotating montage of images that inspire, motivate, or help you keep focused on those things that you'd like to attract and manifest in your life. So, in essence, it's basically taking images which you have determined to be things that you'd like to sort of be reminded of, and how to present them on your computer, on your Mac, as I'm showing here. So this is just one of many different selections of screensavers. So I've got some motivation here, I've got some successes, some wins, and I've got some places I'd like to go, along with some places that I've been. And basically what we're doing here, the reason for doing this is because if you're like myself and many millions of people, you're around your computer or your device a lot. So when you're not actively in a program, why not use that device to your benefit to actually be programming your subconscious mind, your reticular activating system, and also to be inspiring you, to be reminding yourself why you're actually at the computer, why you're actually working, what is it that you're moving towards, what's keeping you inspired, motivated, focused. So if you'd like to turn basically your computer, your desktop, your screensaver into rotating imagery that you predetermined, then you're going to learn how in this video. Okay, so before we go into the actual practicalities of how we do this, let's just remind ourselves why we do this. We're using downtime, time where we're around in the environment of our computer, whether that's actually been sat in front of it or just been in the room where it's on in the background. And we're turning this time into time to inspire us, to remind us of things, happy memories, people we love, places we want to go, things that we'd like to be. Maybe we want to be more peaceful, maybe places we want to go to, maybe things that we want to acquire, maybe relationships we want to foster, or just happy memories or successes or family pictures. Whatever it is, we're using this time to reinforce our subconscious mind, our reticular activating system, and reinforce them with positive, inspiring, motivating images. So how do we do it? It's very, very simple. There are literally 4 steps, and I'm going to demonstrate each of them in a moment. I'm just outlining them first. So step 1 is to actually source the images that you want to use. Step 2 is to then create a folder where you house these images. So you could have different folders with different sets of images, maybe one for at work, one for at home on one computer, or maybe just one for the weekend or one for in the next month. You know, you can change them whenever you want. You then select the folder as the screensaver within your preference settings, and then you choose the style of the screensaver. So step 1, source your images. Step 2, create a folder. Step 3, select the folder as the screensaver within your preference settings. And then 4, choosing your style. So let's jump in and have a look how you do this step by step. So step 1 is to source images. So because this is for private use, this is for within your domain at home, you're not putting it out into the public domain, you can use publicly available images. So again, because this is for private use, it's not for external use, you're not sharing it with the world, you can use images in the public domain. So Google Images, if you go to Google and you type in whatever your word is, so let's say that I'm looking to do the Santa Cruz trek in Peru, and that's a goal of mine. Let's say I have actually done it, but let's say that I wanted to have an image of that to inspire me. I could go to Google Images and find some images or an image of the Santa Cruz trek that would help inspire me. So once you find an image, if you click on it, there are 2 things you can do in a Mac. You can either press Control and your mouse, which is like a right click on a PC, and save image as. So I will just call this Santa Cruz.jpg, and I'm going to put that onto my desktop. Save. So that's one way of doing it. The other way that you can do it on a Mac is if you press the Shift button, the Command button. Now keep watching my arrow key, watch my cursor key. So I'm going to press the Shift, the Command, and the number 4 at the same time. And that now turns our cursor into a potential screen grabber. So you can see it's got a cross. So now I'm just going to press and hold the left mouse, the mouse, and drag around the area that I want to capture. I let go. And that has now taken a partial screen grab of what we just dragged around. And that will be on my desktop. Now, Pinterest is actually my preferred platform of choice for images, or you could use Instagram, it could be Facebook, it could be imagery that you already have on your computer. So you just type in your keywords. So let's say, for example, that I want to learn, let's just say, meditation. Maybe I want to be more peaceful, more grounded in the workspace. So let's just say that I wanted, you can scroll through here and you can find all sorts of things, but let's imagine that I wanted this image, breathe. So I'm going to click on it to enlarge it, and the same thing again, I can either press Control and the mouse, save image as, and I'll call that breathe.jpg. I'll make sure it's on my desktop, yes it is, and we have that. Or the other option would have been to do exactly what we did a moment before, so I'm going to press Shift Command number 4, that now turns my mouse into the, and I just drag around what I want to grab, I let go, and that's now gone onto my desktop. So step 1 is to curate images. Now, something to think about very importantly, number 1, is the screensaver for a specific couple of goals or more general? So I'll give you an example. I do consulting and training within some businesses, and within those businesses where the staff are at their computer and they're working towards targets, they tend to create screensavers based around a couple of specific goals. So maybe it's the holiday they really want to go on to, maybe it's the wedding they're saving up for, maybe it's the house they're saving up for, or the car. So they're kind of putting specific goals which are very tangible down. But it could be more general. I tend to have things that feel good to me. So if you're thinking about more general, something to think about are the different areas of a successful life. And you can see another video where I talk about this in more depth, such as the wheel of life. So this is where we would look at the different aspects of life. So think about, is it something relating to health? Is it relating to relationships? Is there an image there relating to your career or your finances? Is it to do with travel and recreation? Are there images of your family or your friends? Is it to do with hobbies that you want to expand and develop? Is it for personal growth, faith, or spirituality? These are just a few of the areas, but just to get you thinking, think about some of the different areas of your life where you've got specific goals or things you're attracted to, and find images relating to those. And then finally, and importantly, choose imagery that resonates with you. When I say resonate, I don't have to go into the science of it. It should feel good to you. When you look at the image, it should inspire you. It should make you feel good. We all know the people, the places, the things that we don't resonate with. And likewise, we know the things that we see, the people that we are around, the places that we go to where we feel good. So choose imagery ultimately that makes you feel good, because that's a big part of this exercise. Okay, so once you've collated your images, and again that could be from Instagram, Pinterest, Google Images, could be from your computer, could be from your phone, could be from Facebook, wherever you've collated them from, the next thing you need to do is to create a folder. So I'll show you how to do that. So on your Mac, if you go to Finder, which is the two blue faces looking at each other, you click Finder, and then you go to File, New Folder, and I'm going to call this one Screensaver Image Test. Okay, so that's the new folder we're creating, and now what we need to do is just find the images that we want to go into that folder. So there's, on my desktop, are the couple of images that I just saved. There's the Santa Cruz trek, there's another one I did just for the slide just now, so I'm just going to put a couple of extra images in there. Okay, so I've just dropped some extra images in there, and I can check that by double clicking on the blue icon, and in there we can see different images. So again, it could be quotes, it can be inspiration, it could be successes, it could be your family, friends, it could be specific goals, it could be health goals, whatever it is, you put them into a folder. Okay, so the next thing to do, step 4, is to set the screensaver, and to do this we go to the system preferences by clicking on the apple in the top left hand corner. We click on System Preferences, and now we click on Desktop and Screensaver. So as it says on the tin, we double click on there, and that's now opening. So it may be on desktop, we'll come to desktop in a moment, but because we're talking about Screensaver initially, let's click on Screensaver. So now what we need to do is we need to choose our source. So here we click on Source, which it's loading now. Okay, so from the drop down menu at Source, we go to Choose Folder, because we need to go and find the folder. Maybe it's from your photo library if you've got a photo library, but I'm going to find the folder that we've just created. and I'm going to look for, there we go, on my desktop is screensaver image test. Choose that. So we've now selected that folder which contains those images. And now, importantly, one thing that I would do is I would shuffle the slide order, because this gives variance to the way it's presented. You don't want to be coming back to the computer and every time the first, well, maybe you do want the slides to run in a specific order, but I think to keep it varied and to keep it interesting is good to shuffle the slides. And so I've got shuffle slide order. I'm selecting that I want it to start after 2 minutes. So if I haven't been active on my program doing my work for 2 minutes, I'd rather that the computer's just showing me some inspiration, and it's just nicer to have in the background than, let's say, Microsoft Word or Pages or a Keynote screen. And from here, I'm just choosing which style I would like. So I actually like the shifting tiles, which is the one that I demonstrated, but you can choose. So here you can see floating, so it's very soft and floaty. And likewise, if you want reflections, that's how the reflections come out, or origami. I like the shifting tiles, which keeps things moving and it keeps it quite clean. But this is much, you know, it's horses for courses, whatever you like. Come in here and have a play and see what you like. Now, importantly, one final tip is that I would set a hot corner. So here, if you click on hot corner, you can see that I've already set, so this rectangle is the imaginary screen, and it's saying when you put your mouse into this corner, what would you like to start? When you put it into the bottom right corner, what would you like to start? So I've simply just said, when we go to the top right hand corner, I would like to start my screensaver. So I'm going to test that. I'm now going to push my mouse into the top right hand corner. And now my screensaver is about to start. Now this is great if you're in a work environment as well, where you've got other people and you don't necessarily want them to be looking at your screen. You can literally, as you walk away from your computer or you're taking a phone call, just push the mouse into that corner and your screensaver will start. So that's fantastic. So we've got that all going great. Just one more step away now. Seeing as we've done the hard work of creating these folders, sourcing the images, why don't we get extra leverage from it and choose them as a desktop as well? So exactly the same process. We're saying, I would like to choose a folder for my desktop. So I'm going to click plus to add the folder. I'm now going to find the relevant folder. So in this example, I'm just going to use screensaver image test, choose. And now I'm going to click change picture every 5 seconds. Maybe that's too much for you, maybe that's too busy for you, but that just keeps my desktop now refreshing with different inspiring images. I'm going to click random order because I don't want them always to come on in the same sequence. Maybe you just want them to change every minute or every 5 minutes. Maybe I want to just keep them refreshing so it's movement, so I'm seeing the different images, because maybe I've got 20, 30, 50, 100, 200 images in there. You know, there's no right and wrong. But now what we've done, and you can choose whether you want it to fill the screen, fit to screen, or stretch to fill screen, or just put it in the center. So in this video, what we've done, we've learned how to use our computer time, to use the light from our computer to inspire us to create a virtual vision board of imagery that inspires us, that motivates us, that helps keep us focused and reminds us why we're on the computer doing the work or the activities that we're doing. Very, very easy to do. Just a recap. So firstly, we think about the images that we would like to use, the different areas of your life. Is it for a specific area, for a specific goal, or is it just for things that make us feel good, or for a project we're working on at the moment, or family pictures, or a combination of all of these? We then source those images. We then create a folder. We then go to screensaver within our system preferences and select the folder for which we'd like to use for our screensaver. And seeing as we've created the folder for our screensaver, we can also use it for our desktop, so that we use our desktop to inspire us with the images of our choice. So that's it. Ben Brophy from the Online Video Academy here. I hope you found this useful. Leave any comments or questions below. I'm a Mac user, so I've done this for other Mac users, but you can do exactly the same for the PC as well. If you're not sure, type into Google how to create rotating screensaver on PC. Or if you're a PC user and you'd like to contribute a version of this, then please send that to me and I'll upload it. So a step-by-step process of how you do this on a PC. But I hope you found this useful. Ben Brophy from the Online Video Academy. Please do come over and check out the courses, the training, and the hints and tips that we've got at the website. Have a wonderful day, and thank you very much for your time.